What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all my videos. I do videos every couple of days just talking about the price action on NASDAQ and crypto and just discussing my thoughts on the price action, my trade ideas, just an overall market update. So subscribe and stay up to date with that. And also, if you haven't already, watch all of these futures videos also. This makes day 6, so go back to the day 1 video and just watch those all the way through if you're interested in learning how to day trade. In these videos, I'm just showing you what I think is the easiest, simplest way to make money day trading, and I'm showing that with this prop firm account. As you can see down here, this is a Tradeify evaluation account. So that means it's just a test phase. You can see my balance here, 50,818. So I have a profit target of 53,000. So as soon as I get this to 53,000, then I get moved to a different account, and then I have a buffer. I have to hit a target to get above a certain buffer, and then once I'm above that buffer, I can take money out of this account every single day, and I'm simply just using the prop firm's money to trade. So once you prove you can trade and you're consistent, then they provide you with the funding that you use for the leverage to make profits, and then you make either 80 to 90% of everything you make. So, for example, yesterday I made a little over $900 in profit on this account to get it back to where it is now. So, in one day, if I make 900 bucks, I would get 80 to 90% of that. I can take it out right then and there. So there's a lot of potential to make a lot of big money with prop firms, and the prop firms, they're getting a lot better than what they used to be. It used to be just a real sketchy thing, and people didn't get payouts, and people got screwed over, and it was real scammy. Now it's a legit business. They're more regulated. Some of them have been around a lot longer than others. So Tradeify is a really, really good one. I like them so far. They have daily payouts. I also like Take Profit Trader. I've passed some of their evals. I really like them. I don't care too much for Apex. If you watch all of my previous videos for this day trading futures, you'll see some issues I had with the Apex trade copier and the Apex evaluation accounts. Put me into trades automatically when I didn't even do anything, and it cost me about $1,100 in profits that I had to make back. I got back in the green from that, and then I had more issues with Apex. So I'm not trading Apex anymore. I'm not using the copy trader for now. I'm going to get this one Tradeify account funded and get the first payout, and after that first payout, then I will get probably the Replicanto trade copier. I'll add my other evaluation account. I've got another one ready. Haven't made any trades in it yet. And then I'll just keep the strategy going, use the copier to get that account funded also, and just scale it up until I have the max number of accounts. I don't know about Tradeify, but Take Profit Trader, the other one I use, they allow you up to 5 accounts. So with a good copier, you can trade 5 accounts at the same time. So you could literally just make a few $100 in profits, and then that transfers that same exact trade to every account. So you could have a few $100 in profits times 5, or 1,000 in profits times 5 per day with daily payouts. So there's a lot of money to be made. So I'm just going to stick with this strategy and just be consistent. That's what it takes. So this strategy, in case you missed it in one of my previous videos, this strategy is simply flag patterns. I have another monitor which you can't see, and I have my 4-hour chart and my 15-minute chart pulled up, and as long as the 4-hour candle and the 15-minute candle are showing strong momentum in the same direction, which they are right now, and then this 2-minute chart is showing strong momentum in that same direction with a flag pattern, which it's kind of doing right now, as long as we're seeing this flag pattern and we have the momentum in the same direction, then that's a good setup in my opinion. The only reason I'm not taking this trade is because it's pre-market. So that's one of my rules that I just made, because I had some losers last week trading pre-market because the pre-market price action is just not as dependable, and my win rate was destroyed because of the losers I had in pre-market. So with this strategy, I'm only taking trades during regular market hours, New York session. I'm only trading flag patterns that have strong momentum. So all of those time frames have to be lined up. And another rule, we cannot be going long into resistance, and we can't be going short into a support. And that support can be an actual support resistance line, or it can be EMAs, VWAP, or anything. We just can't have anything immediately in our way. And that's basically it. So no trades pre-market, flag patterns only with strong momentum, no trading into support or resistance, and 3 trades per day. That's the other rule. Only 3 trades per day. So like yesterday, I took 3 trades. I lost the first trade, won the second 2, or lost the first trade, won the second trade, won the third trade, and ended up with $931 in profit. So not bad. And as you can see, this trade played out perfectly. I could have gotten my 10 points there, but I'm sticking to these rules. No trading pre-market, because pre-market's really 50-50. It's a gamble. Sometimes a perfect flag pattern will play out, and sometimes it won't. So that's just one of my rules. So I'm just chilling, waiting for market to open. It's 8:23 a.m. June 3rd, and I'm trading NASDAQ futures, the minis. So I'm trading 2 minis at a time, and I'll continue to do so. The only time I'll scale down is if I have, if I've already won a couple of trades, I'm up decent in profits like I was yesterday. So my first trade, I lost 10 points. The second trade, in that video yesterday, I said that I made about 16 or 17 points on that second trade, but actually I wasn't looking at it right. I actually made about 30 points on that second trade. So that's what got me up pretty good in profits. And then, just to protect those profits, on that third trade, I scaled down to 1 contract so that just in case it was a loser, I was limited to a $200 loss, and I would have still walked away with a decent amount of profits. So if I'm up a lot in profits and I'm happy with where I'm at, but I still have another trade I can take, and a perfect setup presents itself, then I will most likely scale down, and if I get my 10 points or 20 or 30 points or whatever with 1 contract, that's still a decent amount of money for the day. So, you know, I just have to use my best judgment when to trade the full size, which is 2 contracts for me, or to scale down to 1. So with the flag patterns I'm trading with, the strong momentum, you know, the time frames all aligned, strong momentum, no trading into support or resistance. I'm gonna have a really high win rate. So I'm comfortable trading 2 contracts. 2 contracts that's really big size, considering this is an evaluation account with only a $2,000 trailing drawdown. So as long as you manage risk right and you have a high win rate, 2 contracts is fine, but I'm not saying everybody needs to do that. But that's pretty much what I'm doing. So subscribe to the channel and follow along, and you know, try to apply some of this stuff to your trading if you're struggling. And you see right here, that's why I don't trust pre-market price action, because yeah, I could have gotten my 10 points, but if I just wouldn't have been quick enough, if I would have possibly moved my take profit up thinking it's going to go higher because it looks strong, then it pulls back, you know, it's just not worth it for pre-market. I've pretty much traded enough in pre-market to see that it's a gamble most of the time, so I'm not going to do it anymore. Sticking to my strategy. The goal for this week is to just follow those rules I mentioned for this whole week, and then just see where my P&L is, and then I'm pretty confident that it's going to be way better than when I just trade the random price action, just quick scalps, taking 3 or 4 points here and there, every once in a while getting a 10-pointer. You know, this strategy is way better, and since I'm only trading the strong momentum plays, a lot of times I'll get those trades where I can tell it's going to go past 10 points, so then I'll just move my take profit to 30 or 40 points, and then I can just trail my stop. So I'm way more likely to always get my 10 points, and I have a way better chance of getting more than 10 points on a lot of these trades too. So that's what I'm doing. As of right now, it looks like price is holding up above these EMAs. The 15-minute candle has a huge wick at the top, so you know, I'm still waiting 3 more minutes till market opens. So once again, thanks for checking out the video. Let's see what the market gives us today. Come on, push it, push it, push it. Strong momentum on both time frames. I got in a little late, but I was waiting to see if we cleared those EMAs. Push it to 10. Push it to 10, there we go. First trade on the day. That one was kind of iffy, but the 15-minute candle started looking a whole lot better. I'll show you that right here. So that 15-minute candle, it went really bullish all of a sudden. The 4-hour was looking really good. And we had this flag pattern here, and we were getting some strong momentum, and we actually pushed through those EMAs pretty strong. So I got in a little later than I wanted to, but I thought we could still get 10 points out of it. So I got the 10 points. So you can see here I made 400 profit, but after commissions I get 388.48. So not too bad. First trade's a good winner. Move my stop up just in case this goes choppy, just in case. It's still pushing though, so break even stop once again. Oh, that was a break even trade again. Now if I break even, I don't count that against my 3 trades. I'm going in. Tighten up that stop a little bit, and I'll target up a little bit higher. Since that 4-hour looks so good. Ooh, there we go, about 12 points on that. I'll take that. Okay, so now that's 2 trades. I didn't count the break-even ones. If I break even, I don't count that. It has to be a winner or a loser. So that's 2 trades for me. 15-minute range was formed. Get that locked in. Lock. Alright, let's see if this keeps going. If we get a strong push out of this range and then form another flag pattern, then I might take one more trade. If not, it's all good. I'm up almost 800 bucks on the day. already, and it's only 8:48. Yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about here. This 15-minute chart is not looking good. A huge wick on both sides of that candle, that's not good. Now if this candle was holding up here towards the top of this wick, showing some strong momentum, that would be good, which it still might. We have 8 more minutes left on that candle, so it can still play out, just like this right here. This is a flag pattern on the 2-minute, and I may take this. Looks like we're getting a strong bounce from those EMAs, so I will do this. I'll just take my 10 points on it. Play it safe. 10 points. Stop at break even. Oh, got stopped out. Try again. Push it, push it, push it. Come on, 10 points. It's trying to hold up. Let's see if it does. It's not looking the greatest. Not looking the greatest. Push, push, push. Come on, push, push, push. 10 points. Let me get 10 points and be done for the day. Push it, push it, push it. Come on. It's taking its time. I don't like that. Don't like that. Come on. Okay, stop at break even. 10 points. Push it. Push it. Push it. There we go. Okay, so that flag pattern played out good, but I kind of think that move is, I don't know, either it's going to be a slow, grindy trend day to the upside, or we're losing momentum right here and we're going to come back down. But either way, I got 3 winning trades. I had a couple of break-even trades, which I don't count those against my 3. It either has to be a winner or a loser. So I got 3 winning trades today, and those paid me $982 in profits after commission. So really, that's over a $1,000 a day, but then you take out commissions, so that's $982.40, like you see down here at the bottom. And it's 8:55 a.m. So done for the day, not even 30 minutes of trading, and up almost $1,000 in profits. So this account is now 51,801. So if I can have just 2 more successful trading days like this, then I will be funded and be working my way towards that buffer, so that I can start getting daily payouts from this one Tradeify account. And then I'll get that Replicanto trade copier, and then I'll start scaling up multiple accounts. So I'm going to do all this keep making these videos every day so y'all can see the process. And if you've been thinking about getting into trading, I really recommend doing it with these prop firms because it's so cheap. And when you save up money and move them to your own personal accounts and you experiment, trade, this game is nothing but trial and error, and there are infinite ways to do this. And first you have to figure out how to read the price action, how to read the patterns, how momentum works, liquidity works. You have to learn the markets first. And then you have to figure out how you're going to play the markets, how you're going to trade, what's your style. And you probably need to pick one setup. Just like I'm trading these flag patterns, that's one setup. That's so easy. I don't have to go back and back test for hours and hours and hours to prove that this strategy works. Everybody knows flag patterns work and have at least a 70% win rate. And when there's strong momentum, when the candles leading up to that flag pattern have a lot of momentum, the other time frames align, you have a way higher win rate than just 70%. So that's a given. So there's no need to make up a new system or go try to find some complicated system where 10 different things have to happen and then price has to touch this little box or this little line. Flag patterns work, and there's many more systems that simple. And I'm not trying to catch these huge moves. I'm trying to get 10 points, and if it's super strong momentum at that time, then I can trail it and get more if I want. But it's just so simple and so easy. You just have to pick one strategy and stick to it. But until you get to that point, it's going to be a lot of just figuring stuff out, making a lot of mistakes. And in your own personal account, that can get really, really expensive really fast. So with these prop firms, like Tradeify, for example, you can get these $50,000 accounts for, depending on the sales they're having, sometimes $40. You can pay $40 and you get to trade by their rules. If you blow the account, you're out $40, you're not out thousands. And then you take notes, figure out what you did wrong, do more research maybe. You can and should probably back test your system on TradingView just because I know flag patterns work, but just to get the muscle memory and create a habit of setting these up and just getting the feel for like how to play out these trades, it's a really, really good idea to back test on TradingView. It has an awesome back testing feature and it's awesome. You can just, do it as if you're really trading live. Take notes of your winners and losers, make notes of what you did wrong, and just get some data to give yourself more confidence. It's like, oh, this system really does work. There's that news candle for Jolt's job openings. That's why I would not be trading right now, because this could wick up and then spike right back down. That can get nasty real quick. So I'm glad I got my 3 trades in, 3 winning trades. That's awesome before this news, so I don't have to deal with that. But prop firms, as long as you pick a good one like Tradeify or Take Profit Trader, they're solid. You pay 30 or 40 bucks. Take Profit Trader, some of those you might pay 100, but that's still way better than putting thousands of dollars in an account and then just blowing through it, and then you're having to deal with the PDT rule, so you only get 3 trades every 5 days, and it takes you a whole lot longer to collect all the data, make all the notes, to just get your system figured out. You can do it way faster trading futures. There's no PDT. You can take 100 trades in a day if you want. There's no need to, but if that's your strategy, just scalping price action, and you're good at it and you have an edge, you can do that. You can trade 100 times in one day if you want on futures, and it's way cheaper to trade futures with a prop firm than in your own account. So think about that. Try out the flag strategy. And another good thing about day trading on these smaller time frames, like I was on the 1 minute pretty much every trade I took today, I think. This price action is the exact same as it is on a bigger time frame like the daily and weekly. So I've only been consistently day trading for the last few months. I've been mostly a longer term trader, swing trader, just because of my schedule. And when I first got into trading, I was intimidated by this fast movement. So I stayed away from it until I kind of got the hang of market structure, liquidity, supply demand, and until I started doing way better with my swing trading and longer term trading, I stayed away from the day trading. But I will say this, if you start out day trading on these smaller time frames and you learn the price action and learn these patterns and learn how price moves, and you get good at trading this price action, you will be way better at longer term trading too. Just in these last few months, from day trading futures on the 1 and 2 minute time frame, my longer term trading has gotten way better because it makes me see the momentum better. It's gotten me to where I notice these little patterns way better, and I have way more confidence in my moves on the bigger time frames because I've seen these patterns so many times just in the last few months on these smaller time frames, whereas these setups only come around every once in a while, maybe every few weeks or every few days on the higher time frames. So now I'm able to spot them way more because I've been exposed just in the last few months way more to certain patterns and price action, and I'm like, hey, I know this pattern. I know that I have a so-and-so probability of this going up or down. So now when I see those same patterns on the higher time frames for my longer term trades, I see it right away. I'm just like, dude, I've seen this in futures on the 1 and 2 minutes so many times. This pattern is most likely going to play out this way. So I manage my risk just in case it happens to be one of the small percentage of losers on that setup. And then boom, win rate increases, profits increase. You can trade bigger because you have more confidence. So just some of my thoughts from the last few months of day trading futures. So hope you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Watch all my other videos with futures, day trading. If you're into crypto, check out those videos. I'll be posting those every 2 to 3 days with updates. Lots of good stuff coming for crypto. The NASDAQ's looking super strong. So the rest of this year is looking really, really good for everything all across the markets, in my opinion. Just watch out for what Trump says, and just, I guess we have to figure out what to take serious and what not to take serious when Trump's saying stuff. So just be careful, manage risk, and get a few profit counts and practice trading this price action with these flag patterns. So I'm going to get this video uploaded, and stay tuned. Keep an eye on the channel. I'll have another video tomorrow for tomorrow's market open. So peace out.